The future of South Carolina's roads, maybe your taxes too, is now in the hands of a conference committee of senators and House members. They started working this afternoon on a final tax plan for how to fix roads. 7 News Capitol reporter Robert Kittle tells us why one member says they need to raise the gas tax.
With the condition of South Carolina roads, House Minority Leader Todd Rutherford is angry because of what lawmakers have not done to fix them.
We had the opportunity to raise the gas tax in South Carolina to pay for the roads. What did we do this year? We passed. And why did we pass? Because Republican leadership lacks the backbone to get the job done.
The House passed a bill last year to raise the gas tax to pay for roads. But this year, the Senate passed a plan with no tax increase. Instead, it would use money from the general budget for roads. He says using general budget money for roads means there's less of that money for schools and local governments. So local governments might have to raise your taxes anyway. And while you may not want to pay a higher gas tax, he says you're paying more already.
When we don't do it up here, we make local governments raise taxes, we make individuals pay for tires and rims and everything else and windshields when they drive on bad roads. We are passing that tax on to them and people cannot handle it.
But Senate Transportation Chairman Larry Groom says when the House passed the gas tax increase, they didn't know the state would have a budget surplus. The Senate knew the state had an extra $1.4 billion, more than half of which will be there every year.
Understanding that there's $766 million in recurring monies, the Senate thought it would be a good idea to set some of those aside for our roads.
Both of them are on the conference committee of 3 House members and 3 senators that will work out a final roads bill. Rutherford says he'll push for a gas tax increase. In Columbia, Robert Kittle, 7 News.
This conference committee met for the first time this afternoon to get organized. They don't expect to meet again for a few weeks until they see what happens with the state budget and a Senate bill to borrow more money for the roads.